we're going to be talking about the correct attitude and mindset while trading. It's been said that Forex is 20% skill and 80% psychology. I couldn't agree more. Having your head screwed on straight is essential before, during, and even after trading. If you've watched Billions, which is a TV series about high-level trading on Wall Street, you'll know the character Wendy Rhodes, the performance coach for a hedge fund worth, you guessed it, billions. Her job is to pull traders out of their slumps and manage their reckless behaviors through psychotherapy. She is considered an integral part of the company and is paid millions of dollars a year. And her role is not pure fiction. Performance coaches are really a thing and are a big part of investment houses. That's how important being in the right mindset while trading is. So, if you're angry or just had a terrible day, don't trade. If you're feeling exuberant and euphoric, don't trade. Ideally, you should check your emotions at the door. Once you decide to trade, you have to be an unfeeling robot. Of course, you'll soon find out that's easier said than done. But with practice, anybody can get better at it. First order of business, while trading, have fun. Treat trading as a game that you really love. Studies have shown that traders who have a game mindset and revel in the fun of winning outperform those that have a beat the market mentality. Consider the market as your best friend. If you see the market as your enemy, it will be your enemy. An enemy that is so much bigger than you. And in the end, it will prove to be an enemy that you can't beat. Once you go into Forex forums, you'll find a lot of comments like, "This pair is the worst. It's so boring." Or, "This sucks. I hate this pair." The market is so manipulated. Over time, you will learn that these people's trading opinions are the ones you should ignore, because they're the ones who often lose the trade. If you see the market as your friend, then it will be your friend, and friends take care of each other. It's all about having the right attitude. Before starting any trade, imagine that you just got to a playground and that you are there to play a game with a whole bunch of other kids, some so much bigger, quicker, and more experienced than you. The good news is, the game is made up of two opposing teams, and you get to pick which side you're on. The only thing you really have to do is spot the winning team and choose to play on their side. Another piece of good news is, if you see that your side is losing, you can switch sides anytime and as many times as you want. There is no prejudice against being a turncoat. The only real goal is to be on the winning team at the very end. And still another piece of good news is that the games go on for an infinite number of rounds. So if you lose a round, as long as you're not dead yet, you can come back in anytime you feel you're ready. As in all things in life, you win some, you lose some. And when you're new to trading, you lose a lot. Newbies always get their hearts broken with their first loss. They take it too personally. They take it as a sign that they're not good enough or aren't supposed to be trading. They get schooled by the market and get shell-shocked. A lot of noobs give up right away. Or worse, they revenge trade and lose again, reinforcing the belief that they really are not cut out for it. I personally struggled with guilt issues. Someone mentioned in passing that Forex trading was essentially equal to gambling, therefore something bad or evil. That false belief lodged itself into my subconscious. So not naturally, my subconscious was struggling against me being a successful trader. It cost me so much money. It took a lot of studying and proving to myself that there was a science to it. Fortunately, I was able to eventually. So, to get back on track, nobody wins all the time in Forex. Everybody loses a few rounds, sometimes in a row. This is not a reflection of your innate inability to trade. It's just how the markets are. The trick is to make sure you can handle the losses and that they're smaller and less frequent than your wins. Discipline is key. You need to have a game plan and stick to it. Also, you need to have a plan B and a plan C if things don't go your way. Often it is when you're reduced to doing plan C that your emotions usually run amok. This is the point when you will have to summon all the discipline that you have to stick to your plan, even if plan C entails closing all trades at a loss and taking the day off. In Forex, anything is possible. The market can turn around any second and you might be caught on the wrong side. You always need to have planned beforehand for this eventuality. Never become emotionally invested in being a bull or a bear. Read your charts and trade the way it tells you to. Be ready to cut losses and switch sides when the charts say so. Anybody who loves going all in on a single bet should not be trading Forex at all. You need to be in it for the long haul, and that means preserving capital, protecting profit, and managing the downside. All this requires intense discipline that as a newbie, I promise you do not yet have. That is why it's mandatory that you start with a demo account. I know you're just itching to get started with real money. Let me tell you why a demo account is a good idea. With a demo account, you will learn that you are not the heretofore undiscovered trading prodigy you secretly believe yourself to be. There is a learning curve and everybody has to go through it. No exceptions. Your initial losses are often referred to in the industry as the Forex trading tuition fee. With a demo account, you can hopefully keep the tuition at a minimum. Second, you will learn to live with losses. As mentioned before, do not take losses personally. It's all part of the game. Third, you will build much needed confidence that your strategy works. I believe this is the most important function of a demo account. You learn to trust your system and see your trades to the end. Fourth, you'll understand why everybody keeps saying it's a waiting game, and it takes a lot of patience. Quality trade setups take some time to develop. You do not always enter a trade the moment you open your platform. And once in a trade, patience is also needed to wait for the trade to play out. Taking profit or giving up on a trade too early is never good for you in the long run. Lastly, it will teach you that trading immediately after a loss in hopes of recovering everything you have lost in one fell swoop is a one-way ticket to blowing your account to bits. This is called revenge trading and it's an absolute no-no. I highly suggest giving in to the impulse while on your demo account so you can experience firsthand what happens. Final note, being a retail trader means you need to be able to supervise yourself. There is no boss who's going to be looking over your shoulder, telling you how to do things right or what you're doing wrong. While still on your demo account, you need to practice setting realistic targets, sticking to the game plan, and policing yourself. You need to practice self-control by setting trading limits. I set a 10% monthly loss limit. That means if I lose 10% of my total capital in any given month, I shut myself down. That means taking a week off and staying away from the screen. You need to get fresh eyes and you need to calm yourself down before trading again. Total possible loss per trade is set at 2% and total daily loss is set at 5% a day. If I lose this much in a day, again I shut myself down and take the day off. Big hedge funds who have in-house traders have rules that traders have to follow. If a trader fails to comply, he gets shut down for a certain period and is not allowed to trade. You should be your own manager. If you find out during the demo period that you can't do this, you might as well stop now. You'll be better off. Demos must be maintained for at least 3 months or until you get to know yourself as a trader. This is something really hard to do, but for the sake of longevity, it has to be done. On the next video, we'll learn how to set up a demo account and insert necessary indicators on your platform in order to carry out your strategy. I hope you learned a lot about the correct mindset of a successful trader. See you again soon. Thanks again, Cara Bautista, for the engaging slides.